Okay. Now first we'll intentionally I have not given any detailed contents of exception handling. So first we are going to see with the part related with the template, and after that we are going to go for the exception handling. Okay. Now for the templates, we'll be having a, so when you are going to go for the exception handling, at that point we are going to see in detail contents of this exception handling. Okay, so at this moment just you can consider it as it will be a part of this unit. First we'll go for the template and then exception handling. Okay, so these are the contents of it. There is a advantages or power of template, functions, template, okay, overloading the template, then class template, then generic function, type name, and some keywords that it will be used. Okay. Now first the word from the template what you can get. Okay, so you might be heard this word before, template in general, uh, where we'll be having with the, let's say as like a website designing, website development, where you need to have with the template, or for the in general mobile applications also you'll be having different templates. Okay, as like in the form of themes you are able to uh, get that for your mobile. So it will be having as like a template which will be having some fixed structure, and that structure it will be used with some different formats. Okay, so in short we can say it as it is a pattern, okay, that can be worked with some multiple data types. In programming form we will say it as, which will be with for generic programming and code reusability. Okay, now generic programming, what you can get from it, I think you heard about the word that is a generic. So generic means what? It will be a content of it. So generic medicine, you might be heard about this word related to it, where we'll be having with the actual contents of it, which can be included as a part of the that name of the medicine, what it contains. Like that, generic programming means what it will be having with the what actually logic that we will be having in that program. So that will be identified. And code reusability, so it will be a, from the name you can get it as code reusable. Generally, we are using this for some specific pattern. You are going to design the code, and that it will be used repeatedly for different purposes. Okay, so one of it will be a inheritance. Also, it will be example of it where we'll be having with some repeated part that can be reused. But appropriately, this template it will be more again powerful feature for C++ programming, where we'll be having with some patterns which can be introduced. So here we'll be having, in short, I can give it as an summarized form for this template, what we can say it as. So it is a as like we are going to have with the logic it will be written, and depending on different data types, that input it will be just changed. There will be no need to add the separate script for it. Okay. So example that we can do it as, we are going to say it as, let's say if I'm going to have, we are going to see with that examples also different type of inputs to the program. Depending on that input, we need to make a change in the logic that we are writing it for performing the operations. Okay. So that we are can say it as the common format or structure, which will be a fixed structure, or logic it will be a fixed. Just we are going to change with the different inputs for it, and depending on that it should perform the different tasks. Okay, for that we don't require to make any changes in the logic that we have written initially. Okay, so that is the meaning of the template. And function template, so it will be having the two parts in it. It can be divided into, or it can be used, I can say it as more specifically, template can be used with the two forms, either it is in the form of function or in the form of class. Okay, functions, how we are used, already you are using the function. It will be what? It is a some line of code that you are going to write it in some block, and that block it will be executable. So this it will be defining some logic that we are going to write in the form of algorithms, which will be working it for multiple data types. Okay, so it will be in the form of function, and another is with the help of class template. So this, it will be defined the it will be a generic class pattern which will be specifying with some different data types with some newly introduced procedures and with some classes also. Okay, so that is a usage, or we can say it as where it can be used, or in the form of functions and template it can be used. Okay, functions and class template. These are the two types we can say it as for the template. We'll first go to the function template and function, how it will be. So we'll be having with the function, it will be return for which we are having definition for it. Okay, we are going to make the call for that function call with some different we can say it as script. It will be written inside that, which will be having some operations which need to be performed with some different data types. So example that here you can observe that here if I'll be having with the integer kind of value will be returned for it, right? Integer variable, integer function maximum, to find the maximum value out of it. So for that we are passing some parameters, some values it will pass for it. Okay, so this, it will be a general format for which, or logic from which you can get a maximum number out of it, and that will be saved in the form of variable a. Okay, so that it will be return value. So what is expected for it? Output for this program, it will be a one maximum integer value. That is a simple output that will generate for it, whatever the values that you are going to pass for it. Depending on that, it will generate the output. Okay, so for this, let's say if I need to pass some float value for the same logic which I written previously, so it might be take the input for it, but it will make the roundup for it, and depending on that floating value, it will be converted into integer value, and it will display the output. If I want the specific output with the floating value, fraction, point wise values also if I want, so in that case what I need to do, I need to change with the data type, right? So initially for the program which I am giving the integer kind of value which will be written, now I need to change in the program that it should be float, as I'm giving the input in the form of float. So what is expected with it, when you are going to have the floating value, you need to make changes in the script, and for that it will generate the proper output. Otherwise if I'm giving the this logic for it, and for this if I'm giving the floating value, it will make some roundup. It will be, it may not generate the error as it will be having with the integer and float value. Okay, so but generally the program that you need to perform specifically for which kind of input that you are providing it, depending on that we need to make a change in the logic. Okay, or we need to make some change in the program. Similarly, it will be done for a double also. If I am going to have it for a double value, we need to make the change in it. So what does it mean that so logic that we are going to have, that comparison that you can apply it as per your convenience or what you want to apply. So here we are taking it to the same, but data type, as it will be differentiating, we need to make some change in the script. So we need to add that data type, and depending on these data types, it should perform these, or it should generate the outputs for it. So what it will be a function template then? So function template, it will be allows the logic which will be written with different ones, but used for all data types. So what we can say it as, it will be having with the different data types. It can be used for one pattern. We can say it as that it will be a generic function. Means what? It is having with the properties that it can accept with all the data types or whatever that you are going to give it. So generally this, it will work at a compile time, what values you are going to give, uh, and at the runtime what values you are going to give, and depending on that it will be generating the output. Okay, so it is as like when you are having with the class, and for that class you are generating object. So that object, it will be allocating the space, whatever the different data member and member functions you are going to use in the program. Okay. So what does it mean that as compared to regular function, what difference it will be having? So in the regular function, what you are going to have, you are going to have the script, you are going to write with some code for it. But if I'm going to have the change in the data type, you need to make some change in the function or the script that you are writing. Whereas in the generic function, what it will be having, it will be having with the logic which can be written once and used for all data types. Okay, so it will be making you a template of it, which that template it can be expected that it should accept with all the values, all different data types which you are going to pass for it. Okay, we are going to see that example what it will be having. Okay, now this it will be applicable syntax for this function template, how it will be done. So generic function which will be used to find a maximum value, it can be written like this if I need to write it in the form of template. So it will be having with the first, or how you are going to identify that it is having with the template, that is from the word keyword, that is a template. Right, for every program, either it might be for class template or function template. So from the name you can get there is a template keyword and in bracket parameters that it will be passed. Okay, now here we'll be having with the parameter which is of the class name. We'll be having some data types also it can be passed for it. Okay, so we are going to see how it will be done. Then maximum, that is the name of the function with the instance of it. Then parameters which are associated with. Okay, so when you are going to have with these values, so other than that we are going to have the logic, it will be same just with the help of instance that you are going to instead of variable. So here as we are using it in the form of different variable, right, if it is double max maximum value or integer maximum value or floating maximum value. Okay, so it will be having with the change with it instead of using a data type, here we are going to use it as object for it, and with that object we are going to pass with these values. Okay, so this template function it will be we can say it as it will be identified or compiler it will be need to be know with the what type of generic code or data types that you are going to use. So we are going to have the template program with the which can be included as a part of a header files also. Okay, so it will be as a part of header files .h extension it will be having, or .pp it will be another type of we can say it as programs which can be included as a part of your function. Okay, so we can have directly with the .cpp, so we can include these templates as a to generate with the actual functions based on the actual usage of it. So we can as we can run that, it will be as a form of cpp file. We are going to execute it. Okay, we are going to see that in the form of example for it. Okay. Uh, so when you are going to include these functions, it will be used as for passing with some parameters, some real-time values also. So depending on these values, it will invoke with some functions with some values, and it will return that values which we are going to pass for it. So what is expected with the usage of it when you are going to have the template to be used as a part of a program? It is expected that what type of input, generally what we can say it as in short, what we can expect that if let's say for this object, if I'm going to have or if I'm passing the value as in the form of integer, it should return with the value as a output as in the form of integer value. If I'm passing it as a floating, it should return that output in the form of floating value. So what is expected when you are going to have values which will be given you as for this template, depending on these values, we are going to get the output which will be generated for it. Okay. So what is the main part related with the template is when you are having with the values, which values you are going to pass, and it should perform with that uh, operation. It should perform that task which will be depends on the input which has been provided for it. Okay, so it is not like that when you are going to have the let's say as a character value also. Okay, so now what is the expected for the character value? If I'm comparing it, so character value means what? It should generate the ASCII value for it. Okay, I'm talking about the comparison logic, right? Maximum number, not only with the number, if I need to calculate the maximum value of the character. So in that case, what is expected? that character ASCII value it need to be generated, and depending on that ASCII value, we need to compare that which one it will be maximum and which one it will be minimum, right? So it will be expected for not only for specific particular values, but it will be expected the different data types associated with it, right? So whenever we are going to make the call for this function, okay, so as here we are having the maximum name of the function with the different data types, it should make the compiler to generate with this different functions with output. Okay, so it will be having with the, let's say as example like this, where we'll be having with the instance which will be having with the I1, I2 and I3 values. So they are given with only with the uh, values with the some code which is not included there. But here if I'm having it with these values with the I1, I2 and I3 is are of integer type, so it should invokes with the integer. So logic it will be same. We are not going to write with the different scripts for it. We are going to write with only one, and it should generate with the maximum integer. Similarly, if we are going to invoke with the same maximum function with the double value d1, d2, d3, it should invoke with the same, or the template it will be same, just it should invoke with the maximum double value, right? So that is expected when you are going to have, or when you are introducing this template as a part of your function. Normal functions, if I'm going to write, it will be having with the generally expected that it should generate with the that data type, or it should return with that data type, and depending on that return type we need to add the parameters also. Not only with the parameters, but whatever the operations that we are going to perform, it will be depends on. Okay, we'll see with the small example related with it, so that it will be more clear what I'm going to say for it. Okay. We're going to see the output also for this. Okay. If you can able to see with this program, small program, same for identifying with the maximum number. Now it will be done for getting you a maximum value where it is expected that. Now this it will be for uh, overloading function also, operator also, with the keywords, so that will be concentrating afterwards. Okay, but mostly what we'll be having with the syntax for including with the starting from the template, right? Template with the type name, as I told you, either you can include it as in the form of class or with the type name. Okay, so it is also kind of where we are going to introduce, instead of a class, it will be having it as a type name. That is alternative you can use for it. It can work as like an instance. Okay, with the name as max, with the two parameters x and y. We are going to compare that. So this it will be your logic that you are going to identify which of it is will be smaller value. Okay, it will be, or maximum value. Sorry, here we are going to have the maximum value. So maximum value, whichever it will be maximum value, that will be expected return for it. Okay, from this function. Okay, and in the main we are going to just call for this function. Okay, now here you can observe that while passing the value only, we are going to mention with the data type for it, as it will be integer kind of variable, the 3 and 7. Okay, with the maximum value out of it, when it will be double this expected value of it, and when it will be character value. Now for the character, what it is expected that it should get with the ASCII value for this, and depending on these, it should return that depending on these maximum values, maximum ASCII value, it should generate the output. Okay. So what is expected with this when they are going to pass, or when you are going to call for this function? Now, so template it will be same, just to compare the two values depending on the input which will be provided. It should take that. Okay. So what does it mean that when I'm going to pass these values, they simply what output it should sorry what contains it should generate when I'm going to pass these values with the help of 3 and 7. with the function max, like my max we have called for this. So what it is expected with these 3 and 7 value, it should give these values 3 and 7 to the definition of it, right, with the help of x, which will be having with the value as 3 and y itself 7 for the definition I'm talking. And depending on this, it should check which one it will be a maximum value that should be considered as a return value from this function, right? So if I'm having with the same function, it will be called with the double value. Should take with the same, this value it will be changed with the, and depending on that, it should generate with the expected output for it. So what we are going to have, we'll be having with the same template logic. It will be same, just change it with the for that generic function. We can say it as this. It will be a generic function. To that function, we are going to pass these different values, right? So what is expected for this? Similarly, it will be done for character also, right? So when you are going to have the two values for this, so G and E, so it will be taking with this instead of G and E the ASCII value for this, and depending on these ASCII values, which one it will be a greater of it, it will be taking as a output, or that character as a output, right? So it will be expected to the G as the output for this, right? So see the output what it will be having. So what I'm expecting that for the yesterday's session also, you're supposed to have with the, either you can do this with the help of app Turbo C, or through those who are having with the facing with the issues, can use with the online compiler. Okay, so specifically for file handling, I was expecting that you need to use with the Turbo C. It will be better for further programming also, and we'll be having a backup of this programming. Okay, so just share with the screen. Right, so it is expected with this G as output for these values, and for maximum values that out of it. Because as we are given it as 7.0, so it will be showing the output, it is showing it as a 7. Okay, so if I change with the some different value for it, it is expected with that, it should generate with that values, which is as in the form of output, right? So we are going to have with the change in the values depending on these data type, it should generate the output. Okay. So we'll share this code on the group also, and you can able to perform for this. Okay. Yes, it will be done for again. Similarly, it will be for array. When you are going to have the template for it, you need to print the array values for it, which will be with some constant value. Here we are going to have the integer kind of array, which will be having with some constant value, which is depending on the count that we are going to provide as an input. Depending on this count, it will be taking these values. Okay, so it should just display these values, what it will be having. Okay, now better purpose that it will be when you are going to pass these values for this array, it will be in the form of character, integer kind of array, or double, what values you are going to have. So that values it will be taken at as in the input depending on the character array. Okay, then integer kind of value and double values that you are going to have. Okay, so this it will be a with the, if I'm going to use it, the one more example, that is with the help of class, how it will be done. Okay, so it will be as I told, that we can use either, it will be for, we can use it with the class or with the help of type name. Okay, so what it will value the difference, that we'll see. Same example which we have seen right now, we'll take it with the runtime parameters which will give it as input, and depending on that we see how it will vary the difference. Okay, so we'll see the same example, some use of class instead of type name. For this example you can see. Okay, so I'm expecting that examples which I'm giving, you're supposed to get with these examples need to be performed. Okay, just don't try to get the copy paste for this. You're supposed to get the actual usage of it. You need to type for these examples, or at least you can write these examples. Okay, now same example, it will be with just change it with the, instead of type name, you can use it with the class with the object for it, and with these values we are going to take the input for it. Okay, so the function name, just we have changed it, instead of max we have taken it here the large, the name of the function, two parameters, so logic it will be same, which will be returning with the maximum value. Just change it what, that is depending on the runtime input that it will be given, how it will perform with that, and depending on these values which will be passed for it, should generate the output, right? So here in the first part we will be having with the integer variables I1 and I2. Here when you are going to call for this function large, it is expected with these two values for it, whatever the input that it will be provided at the runtime. Depending on that, it should be go for the template, generate the output for it, and return the value. If it will be with the floating value, it should go with that floating value, largest value it should be generating. And similarly, it will be for character. So as I told, for the character, we'll be expecting with the ASCII value for the character value, and depending on this ASCII value, it should compare with that values, and it should generate the output for it. Okay, so when you are supposed to perform with the at a runtime these values, so compiler it should be getting these values at a runtime, and depending on these values, it should call these function with the values associated for it. So we are going to have with the common template, just change it with the data types. Okay. So we'll take with this also. Right. I think you're able to see this screen now. So I'm taking with the this new program. So what input it is expected with the two values for it, 10. So it should generate with the output whenever it will be done. So why I'm showing with this, whenever it will be returning, so every time it will be done with the call for the function, it will return with the value and output will be displayed. And after that, once again, whenever we are done with the call, it should take with the new values. So initially values which has been given it for the function large, it was 10 and 2. After that, it will return the value, it will comes out of the program, okay, or comes out of that with that return value. Whenever we are getting with then again new value for it. So main, it will be every time whenever it will be done with the call. So as like a definition which you are written it outside the function, main function, it will be work with the same form. Okay, so now here if I give it as let's say 10.2 and let's say give it as 10.9. Okay, so it should go with the fraction value 10.9, it will be a larger value. So it should check with that, not making with the round up value. So that is the difference when you are going to have the change with the input at a runtime that you are going to give with the values, not only with the compile time that is with the static input, but with the runtime value also. Okay, so let's say we'll take it for the character. Same it will be, we'll take for the character what value it will have. Let's say E. So P it will be a larger ASCII value for it. So depending on these ASCII values, it should compare with this. So now here we are not making any change for the logic that you are writing. Just change it with the data types associated. Okay, so compile time and run time, it will be having with the values which are associated with it, and it will force the compiler to take with that values and appropriately work should be done. So it is not expected we need to write the different definitions as like previously that we are doing, that we are writing it for float different definition, for character different definition, for, so just we need to have the one powerful keyword that we can say it as, which will be as a template. So now we are going to see that it is with the different types of input provided by performing the task. Okay. So as either you can use with the class, which will be creating the instance of it with the name as a class P, or a type name also, which it should have the, so few where it will have again, it will be having a difference in it, type name and where to use with the class. So it will be having with the memory allocation, it will be done appropriately for it depending on the data types that you are going to pass. Okay. So depending on this memory allocation also, it is expected to be performed for it. Okay, so generally for your article lists also, we'll be having these kind of small programs which will be used not only with this, will be given with some different scenario, and for that scenario you are supposed to use with the template. So at that time what you need to remember, you need to have the just slight change what it is, that is with the use of template keyword. Okay, so you are supposed to use with this. If it is disconnected, you can rejoin. Just it is for a few, we'll be having few points related with the function template, and then we'll end with it, and then we'll start with the class template in the next session.